Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, we paint miniatures, we paint miniatures. Turn on human, hear what I say, watch real closely, enjoy the stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close, and when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures, 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 we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures, 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 we paint miniatures.
Hey guys, it's Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis. Hopefully you can hear me and see me better today. Last Wednesday was it Wednesday? No, it was Monday, or Friday. It was crazy. But it's Monday. Got the sound fixed. Yay, you can hear me. Hey, Mini Peter Inc. Amberden, You'll Never Know, Lone Wolf, Diving Archaeology, and Lamunis. See who Millennia is here. And Super Sarah. Super Sarah was first in the chat. Welcome everybody. Good. Everybody can hear me good. So we made partner. See my check mark? I don't know which side it's on. I think it's this side. Maybe it's that side. Check mark. We did it. You guys helped me. We made partner. That means a lot of things are going to be coming to the channel, like more emotes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was that way. I think it was that way. Anyway. Hey, Falcon Punch Drunk. You're here, not here. Agent Deadpan. Look at that, $24.99 subscribed from Nixon Minis, 8 months in a row. Holy cow. Nick Claxton, thanks so much. Whoa, Flick is raiding with the party. Welcome everybody. Let's do some hype for both Nick and for Flick. If you have not followed Flickster, he is a really awesome stream buddy, friend of the channel. Look at those, oh my gosh. So I don't recognize that emote, Flick. What is that? It's great. I don't know what it is. Is that your Flick raid emote? Raid Guillotinus. Thank you guys so much. Lovely, lovely people. Welcome, welcome. It's a girl with a gun. Okay. I need to look closely at it. It's so tiny and it's far away, so yay. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. I got to relax a little bit, caught up on all my stuff. I got invited to teach at Nova Open. I'm super excited. So if you live on the East Coast or you like to go to Nova, I will be teaching 3 classes there. So psyched. Yay, thank you so much. Yes, it's Gur with the paint gun. Oh, that's amazing. Awesome. Let's see here. Offense Fatawa. Thank you so much. I'm wearing my Broncos hat today because the Patriots lost, and any loss for the Patriots is a win for the Broncos. Yay. You'll be at Nova. I'm going to be teaching a basic class so that if you have never painted before or you're extremely new at it, that you can paint a mini from start to finish with me, and I'll walk you through it all, and you'll get to take that mini home. I'm also teaching an intro to scenic basing. So if you've never done any scale model minis, or even just for a small mini, and you want to make like a plinth or something, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be like a sandbox type of class where we'll all do it together and we'll create like a scene and a little story or a mini, and you'll get to take that home. All the supplies are included, and you're getting. I'm sponsored by Green Stuff World and Spellcrow. Spellcrow.com is one of the channel sponsors as well. Sport ball. When is Nova? Okay, I got my little paper. Nova Open is August 30th through September 2 at Hyatt Regency, and I think it's in DC, but I just know that it's on the East Coast. So I want to say it's DC or Virginia or something like that, because a lot of my East Coasties have been telling me to go, and now I finally got invited to teach there. I'm super psyched. I'm also going to be teaching at MarCon in Columbus, Ohio, May 11th through the 13th at the Hyatt Regency. And MarCon stands for Multiple Alternative Realities Convention, which means they've got all kinds of stuff, not just gaming, but a lot of gaming, hobby stuff. Arlington, Virginia, basically DC. Perfect. Thank you so much. Speaking of Arlington, I'm so psyched because when I'm in DC area, I'm hoping to get to go see some of the museums and some of the historical areas. Let's see. I'm also teaching at Gen Con. So if you're at Gen Con, 4 days of the biggest gaming convention in the US, that is going to be, I don't have the dates for Gen Con, but that one's, I want to say it's in September, early September, late August, and it's in Indianapolis. And then the other con I'm teaching at is Dragonfall Con, and that's October 19th through the 21st in Elmhurst, Illinois, up by Chicago. And I taught there this past year, and it was a blast. It's a small con, but there's going to be a lot more hobby stuff, a lot more painting, and a big contest as well. So Sam Lenz was one of the painters who entered the contest last year, and he won this giant, awesome-looking axe trophy. Like, it was a real axe. I would love that. That would be amazing. All right. So much to tell you guys about. Hold on. Let's see. What else do we have to tell you about? No, yeah, Nova Open registers on March 11th. Thank you. Is it E.T.? Is that how I say your name? Just Google Hyatt Regency, Hyatt Crystal Hotel. Hey, Coldagix, is that how I say your name? It is going excellent. I have gotten so much great news, business-wise, lately. So I'm gonna announce. So we announced the partnership. We're announcing the party because you people are directly responsible for me getting partnership. I could not have done it without all of you. We're having a humongous partnership party. I'm thinking it's gonna last at least 4 hours. It's gonna be just like massive giveaways to like thank all of you. I don't even know if we're gonna be doing that much painting on it. I might stream in IRL, but I've got sponsors from all over. You got to see this. Hold on one second. I just got a new sponsor. Well, for the party. Anybody can sponsor the party. Channel sponsors are a little different. We got to talk, but anybody can sponsor the party. But let me show you this. Check this out. So this is a company, Diomedes Industries, I think I said, or Diomedes Industries, hand cut, made from the first cut to the last stitch, and Jason Molenbelt made these for the channel and for myself as well. Look at this beautiful leather dice bag with a bone toggle to keep your dice in here. Look at how gorgeous this is. Look at the one he made for me. It has my logo. I'm so psyched. Let me put the light on this better. Go. I'm gonna hold these up to the main camera too. There we go. There's the beautiful leather dice bag. This one is a gray one that we're gonna give away on stream. Isn't that beautiful? Handmade, gorgeous tooled leather dice bags. We're gonna give this away. This one's mine. And then he made a black one for Mike as well. This is the other one he made for Mike. So I don't know. We'll check. Yeah, that's something we're going to be giving away. We're also going to be giving away awesome Wrathcore paint holders. You guys have been waiting for these. I'm going to pull this back so you can see this better. You can't see this at all, can you? There we go. Wrathcore paint. There's actually two in here that you can't quite see. There's a small one that, see how this works? You can, it's a small one, and this one's a bigger handheld one, and it talks about both of those. I've got 3 of these to give away at the partnership party. It's gonna be so. Everybody who's sitting in chat, you're earning chat currency because you're gonna need currency to be able to buy tickets to win these things. So everybody who's sitting in chat, just keep sitting because you're gonna earn all those tickets and earn all those points that you're gonna need for this partnership party. What else do I have? Do I have anything else cool to show you? So I've got some other stuff coming. Scale75 is our channel sponsor. They're going to be sending me a whole lot of stuff. I just told them, I said, surprise me. It could be brushes. It could be anything. Who knows? It could be minis. Good afternoon. You're really hoping to win a holder? You need some more, Flick? Yeah, that would be awesome. I've got 3. So earn your tickets. I will have, oh, I cannot show it because I don't have a picture. Protomaker, thank you so much. What does it say? Feels like 11 years. Yeah, Mike and I have been partnered for 11 years, so that he's been subscribed. Yay. Since you keep asking, your name is Cold Logics. Okay, I can see it now. My vision's not so great. I've got bifocals, and so I'm looking across, and it's like Coldogix, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't work. You're also wondering, and you hope it's okay to ask, that you send that pinup Twilight Witch. But did you send the pinup Twilight Witch? You didn't get it yet. Oh no. Now, did I send it to another country? Because it might be in customs still. I'll check. I thought I sent it. I'll check. I've got to check all my tracking numbers. I got so many tracking numbers. Whisper me and we'll figure it out. All right. And if not, go ahead and whisper me anyway, because we'll get it all straightened out. Even if I didn't accidentally send it. The green text is hard to read. Yeah. So the company that, remember the raffle stone that we gave away? The company that, the Etsy store that made that, has made like a few. Well, they've made one for our channel for a giveaway. It's a silver, a sterling silver pendant with the founder stone from Kingdom Death. And that's going to be a subscriber only giveaway because that one's kind of valuable. So we're going to have special subscriber only giveaway for that one. So that's going to be really, really cool. So we've got some stuff to build. Got to move this down. Okay. This is the Orc Shamaness. She is from Scale75. I need to build her and get her painted before Adepticon. It's for serious. I think that's everything in there. That's all her pieces, her parts and pieces. And I want to show you guys, look, she goes together like a dream. I mean, I did some cleaning up of her already. I took off all the sprues and everything. I'd forgotten I'd done that. But she already, you know, fit together super well. Let's see, this arm goes up here, I believe. You just need one. You don't have one yet. Radical holders, that is. Yeah. Definitely make it. So, oh, the partnership party. February, Friday the 23rd. It's going to start at this time. So our normal time we're going to start. But we're going to go later than our normal stream into a little bit later time. Because I want to be able to catch some of the West Coasties and Aussies. It'll be in the morning for the Australians. And it'll be more of a regular time after work for the West Coast folks. But everybody should have a chance to be able to join in that way. I think that's going to be good. Like if we do a nice like 4-hour stream. When is the celebrated park stream? Is the Friday the 23rd. I believe that's the 23rd of February. So we're going to give all my sponsors time to send out more prizes and stuff. All right, let me get... I've got little files. Here they are. If you guys have never seen these are needle nose diamond files. Sorry, diamond files. They're little bitty. Look at the size of these things. And I want to say I just got these at like Harbor and Freight, or maybe I even got them at a game store. But I know that they're available at both hobby shops and hardware stores and online. There's really not too much cleanup left to do of her because I've done a lot already. I have sandpaper somewhere. Hang on, I've got it right here. This is just some Testors Hobby sanding films that I got from Michael's. And I had a whole bunch of dowel rods I was going to mount everything on, but I don't know where they are. Do you guys ever have that happen where you just lose everything that you bought? Let me open this up. I'm on my work desk calendar. Awesome. Yeah, write it down. You can glaze dark silver lights. Ooh, I missed that. What are these files? I don't have there's not a name for them. They're just like little diamond files that I got. And they came in this, I keep them in this little baggie because they constantly fall out of the little holder that they came in. They came in this little pouch. And there's 5 of them. They're really great for getting into the, you know, tricky areas. But since this is potentially going to be entered into the crystal brush, it's I need to make sure that every tiny little mold line that is even possible to be seen is gone. If it gets out, wait, Pyron27, thank you so much for the follow, welcome. If the files get out of order, yeah, needle files, that's what I call them. Do you have to defrag them? Defrag? I guess so, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with them. They're just little bitty files. I don't know what defrag means in that context. Like I know in the context of, oh, those files. Oh, you're joking. Oh my god, I feel so lame. Is that an IT joke? I'm gonna save that one. Hopefully Mike is watching. Mike, did you get the defrag joke? Gotta love autocorrect. You just changed Shoshie's minis to Shoshie Sin is. Funny. So like I said, and I've been trying to open these pieces of very thin. Look at these. These go really rough to very, very fine. This one is extremely fine. There's 5 of them there. 5? Yep. Just make it smooth. Here, I'm going to trim this. How long have I been how long have you been wanting to make that joke? In your experience, once they foul you, just toss them, defragging them, even with the brass. As an, oh, okay. Old man computer joke. Your father-in-law just sent you a set of files so that you can work on the seams of the minis going, yeah. So if you're more into painting gaming minis, you may not go into the depth of sanding and cleanup that you would for a competition mini, or even much less just a display mini. But when it comes to competition minis, you want as little errors as possible. I'm just scraping across the resin because I noticed like just a little tiny blemish in her leg there. I'm kind of going with the rule of thumb that if I can see it with my eye, then the judges can see it too, right? So I had some my flexi file, but again, I don't know where anything is right now. Crazy stuff. Where'd I get the sanding papers? I got them at Michael's. It's just a hobby shop, but I recommend, if you're in the UK, going with Albion Alloys, I think it's the name of it, and or get the flexi file. This is a little better than, or the flexi file's a little better than this. I just don't know where mine is. And they are UK based actually, so you won't even need to order off Michael's website or anything. Smooth as butter. Yeah, boy, let's get this party started. Deacon in the house. Everybody, Deacon in the North. He's my Canadian buddy. Tested the Scale75 flesh set this weekend, and the Arabic shadow color looks perfect for the Verdaccio technique. Yeah, exactly. That's the nice thing about Verdaccio is you don't have to use olive. You can use, like, you know, ochres and different colors and experiment. Try different things. Look at this gorgeous face. It's a face only a mother could love. You see that? A little blurry. Go. He's got a skull. He has no armor. You can understand, but the lines suck trying to... Yeah, no kidding. It's true. Trying to remove tabletop mini lines is that's where these come in handy with, especially for metal minis, is you just get in there and just it's a done deal right there. So I'm thinking that might be a little too... There we go. This is the next step up. By the way, I wanted to ask you guys, so I have a model that I'm entering into Crystal Brush, and I have some resin, cast resin, 2-part epoxy, so it's clear, and it's a water effect. And I need to polish the side of it. I've been sanding it, but is there anything you can tell me that will make it so that it is like glass? I need it really, really polished. And I've got a Dremel, so that's one option, but I don't know what attachment to use for it. So I'm crowdsourcing here. How do I deal with ugh that did not work moments in personal projects? Pull through come what may. Stable until you get some perspective. Abort entirely. I almost never abort entirely. Lone wolf, because one of the things I had some teachers in my art school, they would actually purposefully. Oh, look at how cute she is with that headdress. Wait a minute. Oh, I put some Bondic on the end of this because it was chipped off. I don't know if you can see that little tiny clear bit of Bondic on the end. I forgot I did that. What I was saying was, as I go back to my normal. The art teachers would make us draw an entire scene with charcoal, like put a lot of work into it, and then they would make us paint out like almost 2/3 of it. Paint it out with white gesso. I'm putting on a little bit of super glue with this super glue applicator, and often with super glue less is more. Anyway, so we would get through this project, have to white out like half of it, almost 2/3 of it. You need a buffing wheel? Okay. This is like an OCD, like a ADHD moment right now. I'm going back and forth from topics. There we go. She's gorgeous. But yeah, so that kind of got me into this mindset where, you know, just keep working on it. Because what I learned was, if you keep working on something, you're going to learn something. All art is problem solving. And the better you get at it, the less you have those moments where you're like abort entirely. So just get good at working through it. Work through it. Work it out. Figure out, you know. So if you make a mistake, I also learned, make it look like you did it on purpose. You know? Like neon light. Thank you so much for the partnership, or for the for the Twitch subscription. Yay! There she is with her box. Good afternoon, Grunt Stuff. Have you tried nail files with the buffer part? I should try that. I'm gonna have to try it. Take 1 grit wet sandpaper and then a buffing wheel. Okay. I need, is a buffing wheel on a Dremel or is that something else? You should try using a polishing compound. Okay. With the Dremel buffing wheel. That's what everyone's saying, so that sounds like the... Yeah, it was funny, that square head. So she does have some gaps. We're gonna fill that. And we'll probably fill that with Bondic. In fact, let's do that now. Bondic is life. Let's do Bondic. Somebody want to do the command? So pull a cat falling on their butt. Yes, exactly. Amazon UK has a variety of jewelers, polishing compounds, plus Dremels. Oh, okay. I did not try the drill idea yet, Deacon. I did try sanding it though, and that helped a lot. I have another applicator somewhere. I hope. Maybe not. I was gonna try applying. See this, how this Bondic does come out of the tube before you get a chance to put it on. I'm just gonna put some material on some parchment here, and I'm gonna go grab another applicator. I'll be right back. So the green applicator is for Bondic, and the blue applicator is for super glue, so I don't mess them up. They're a little differently shaped too. And I can tell the difference between the Bondic on my parchment because it's a little bit more yellow. So let's see if you can see this. I can put the Bondic down in there. And I can wipe off the excess as long as it's down into the crack. Okay, and then we got my Bondic UV light. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000. That should be enough. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. There we go. Yep, it's all cured up. A little bit more on this side. I almost put it in the super glue. Alright, let's do some more curing. Tried your Verdaccio technique. The olive went on great. The tan highlight was a train wreck. Oh. Like Neon Light, try using P3 paints if you have some, or some Citadel, because one of the things that can make that particular technique easier is having satin paints. They just go on differently. They're a lot easier to manage than the flat colors like Model Color and such, and Scale75. I definitely think it's a lot easier. All right, last little bit. Yay! What about a varnish or a shine? Like, oh, Holder89, thank you for the subscribe. Wow, so awesome. Let's give Holder some hype, guys. Let's see if I can do this. Hype. Thank you for the subscribe. So you guys know we are going to have some subscriber giveaways at the Twitch party. So all of the Twitch Prime and up obviously are going to be able to be eligible. Yay! Thank you so much, Devil May Growl. The varnish for the shine for countertops, that's a possibility. I mean, I don't really want to have to buy a whole bunch of new stuff, but that might be a good thing. Give it a try. Let's see if that's not quite cured all the way. So not only did the Bondic fill in the gaps, but it's welding the two parts together and making them really strong. So that's great. All right, now what's next? Obviously this is not going to take me the whole stream, so I have a lot of other Scale75 models to build for us. And we need more super glue. I'm hoping the super glue isn't curing as I'm doing this stream. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but a thin amount of super glue works better than a lot, ... not a lot. Oh, there we go. Her arm. Just hold that in place. What's nice about building streams is it gives me a chance to connect with you guys and talk to you and answer a lot more questions. So, you know, I'm not having to put as much concentration into painting or something. Which froze on you? Oh no. There, that feels pretty strong. There really doesn't seem to be any gaps. That one's really well hidden by the fuzz on her pauldron. And that arm goes right there. Make sure I got enough. I'm running out of super glue on my paper. Yes, this is the scale. I'm going to show you the box art for this in just a second here, after I get this super glue capped. Check this out. She's so pretty. So her name is Aruka. Kind of like Erica, but Aruka. Aruka the Shaman Orc. Her. She's really nice. She looks a lot like a World of Warcraft orc, doesn't she? Got. Now they did some Photoshop to jazz that up, but there's a lot you can do with OSL to make that look really cool. And then a lot of it is making the shadows really dark, because that'll make those highlights look even lighter. And I'm going to airbrush a lot of her base coats on her skin Can you guys see? Remember how I've talked about how you want pink on like the end of the nose, cheeks, knees. That even goes for unnatural skin like an orc, because that will make her look more alive, right? Did I super glue the main joint in addition to Bondic? I did. I often reinforce joints with Bondic a lot because it's not a glue. In fact, it's notaglue.com is their website. And that means that it's better. So the Bondic is only able to be seen. Oh man, it's only able to be cured if if the light can reach it, which means that it can't be like in a joint like that. So I super glue it and then I Bondic it. Bondic. What is Scale75 actually? Never heard of that gaming system. It's I wouldn't call it a gaming system at all actually. It's a lot of scale models and a really amazing paint line and hobby line. So they are starting to get into gaming a little bit. They've got some historical games and they have a chibi game called, oh my gosh, something Riders. Sky Riders? Not Sky Riders. Oh, I can't remember. I just brain farted. But their chibi game just came out. Look at that. Rah. She's so tough. And this armband completely hides the seam. So it looks amazing. Right. I thought I saw a little piece of flash on this, but I was wrong. That looks pretty good. Okay. Here's the question. Yeah, so this does go this direction. How do I tape off sections during airbrushing? There's two ways I do it. You can just use like painter's tape. You can use saran wrap. A lot of people use saran wrap and then tape the saran wrap where you need it to go. And then another thing a lot of people in America use is silly putty. And silly putty is fantastic because you can take it off so nice and it doesn't tear off the primer like maybe some tapes would. So that's what I would do. Smog Riders, thank you. I knew it was something Riders. Yeah. So that code is for the US, and I am working on getting a relationship with Scale75 in Europe, but it probably won't happen until after Adepticon. So, it's all about making a good relationship with the US. If people use that code, the more people that use that code in the US, the more the European side is going to go, oh hey, she actually is really making a difference helping move our products. So that means we need all of the Americans to buy Scale75 so that Europeans can get a little code off too. Okay, so this blade goes right back there. I love that. That looks awesome. Put it all across so that it's going to stick completely. We're almost done with her, guys. We're going to move on to a different scale model after this because I've got like 5 models. And they're mostly already all filed. There might be a few things to fix. You plan to buy yourself the Scale75 paint and get the rest of the war colors. Yeah, the Gren stuff, if you're going to get the whole set, definitely get the whole set because it's going to cost less per bottle over, it's a really good deal. Is the pink for the blood under the skin? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Would you use blue for... You could use blue, but it would... I think even Vulcans are going to have... I don't know. Why do Vulcans have pink skin if they have blue blood? I don't know. Kind of a little... Okay, so do you guys see there's a mold line back there? I don't know if that's worth messing with because it's going to hopefully be covered up, but I'm going to file it anyway, just a little bit. Deacon of the North, it will work for you. They will ship to Canada. Absolutely. like I said, you might want to make sure that you get a signature or wait till April so that your paints don't freeze. Yeah, the code will work for people in Europe. It's just not a good deal for them because it's going to get shipped from the US, and that doesn't make any sense. They should just order direct from Spain instead, or from a hobby retailer that is already dealing with Scale75 in Europe. Which minis are you planning to build for today's stream? Okay, so I've got this girl. This is Aruka, the shaman, and I've got more. Here, let me finish her, and then I'll show you the other ones. Got a little bit of, put some on right there. See, these applicators are really nice. I just noticed there's a little bump in the Bondic, but if you didn't know this already, Bondic is completely sandable. That's why I love it so much. Put this on before it cures. The book. It's got a little clasp right there that just makes it fit perfect. Alright. She's done. Look at how cool she is. She's a nice big model. We're going to be painting her partially on stream. Maybe. Aruka, she's casting a curse on you. Love her. Welcome to have green blood, not blue. You may have to take your nerd card away from me, lol. You could not find a metallic silver set. So, Cat Leon, you need to go look at the alchemies. The alchemies are all the metallics, and there's absolutely a silver set in there. The blue is because of a chemical compound. Now I know about your code. I'm finally tempted to get the Scale75 set. And you said the magic words, ship to Canada. Yay! I'm pretty positive that he'll ship to Canada. You know, and if you want to just make sure before you order, just I'm pretty positive he'll ship to Canada, because that's the whole point of being a US distributor, is shipping to all of North America, right? So I'm just filing the Bondic a little bit in some places. Something, oh, it's that knife. I was like catching my finger on something and I was like, what is that? It's the knife. Alright, she's done. So I'm gonna set her over here for a minute. And let me show you the back of her box. So you can see how she looks from the back. They did a very simple base with some skulls. Look at the leather work on here. This is all using Scale75 paints, and there's a color chart. That's what I like about these models, is that there's usually a color chart. I don't know if I'm going to use the color chart or not, but I'm definitely going to... I need to make this my own if I'm going to enter it in a project. I don't want to copy off of Julio. Julio is a freaking legend. And, yeah. I don't want to copy him completely, even though he's amazing. Alright, speaking of Julio, I'll show you the next model kit that I've got here. This is the actual kit that I painted when I was in Julio's class. Let me move my... There we go. This is the Saracen warrior from 13th century, I'm guessing AD, Middle Ages. Look at this. All this freehand, this metalwork. This metalwork is all done with the metals from Scale75. Here's the color chart. Well, then you need to get the steel, because it's going to have all of the highlight colors, which is the silver in there. Steel is what you want. No problem, RazRBR. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, so look, he's already started painting because we worked on him in the workshop. Look at this face. I did not paint this entirely by myself. Obviously, this was like a step-by-step with Julio. But I did pretty dang good in the metal. Look at the metal on his thing. I need to do all the freehand. There's quite a bit of freehand left to do. He showed us how to do the leather. And he showed us how to... if you get a chance to take Julio Cabos' class in Texas, the next time he comes, at the Scale75 Scale75 I'm blanking headquarters. Scale75 US headquarters. Yeah, I don't know if I want to glue this one together just yet. So see how we stuck dowels to everything? I bought a bunch of dowels and I don't know what I did with them, but I'm gonna do this to some of my other models so I can paint each one of them separately. Sometimes that's a little easier than painting an entire model together. Yeah. Here is his shield. We did the skin on his hand. So that's the reason not to... So if you put everything together... Oh, sorry, this goes right here. You put everything together before you paint it, then you might miss out on being able to get like the laces on his bracers and all that. Look at the back. Pretty. And you can't quite tell, but there's actually directional lighting. And he had us use the Scale75 intensity inks on this. You've seen him on my IG. You did a brilliant job. Thank you. Now, every time somebody says I did a brilliant job, yes, I painted this, but I also had Julio's help. So I can't enter this in a competition because I feel like, you know, it's not really my work. Does that make sense? And then here's his base. We can put him on his base, I think, because I don't think I need this anymore. So we'll do that. Do a little super glue. There we go. Super glue. Scale75 websites is irritating as they don't list what paints are in each set. Did you go to the Scale75 Spain? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing a thin layer of super glue on his feet now. Hopefully, this has primer on it, so hopefully this will still stick. I don't know if it's going to or not. Usually you want to scratch all that off before you put super glue on. Do a little bit of this just to make sure. Awesome paint job. Just wish Scale75 Europe would organize a painting class or two. That is possible. I will talk to Julio and see if he can make that happen. I'm sure that he's done his own classes, and he does only mostly work with Scale75, so it's not probably too difficult a thing to do. I realize why I didn't want to necessarily glue that on, but that's okay. Because if I wanted to put him on a base, now I'm kind of stuck with this like plastic thing. But that is nice because I can hold on to it a little better than the little tiny dowel rod. Okay. So these are the pieces that are left of him. He's got a sword. Where's his other arm? Oh no! Oh no! Guess what's missing, guys? I'm missing a whole arm. I'm so sad. I have no idea where it is. Maybe it's in another box. That's what I'm hoping. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll put something for safekeeping in another box. Poop! Well, good thing it wasn't for anything. That's okay. If I make a custom base for like a display base, I would do it because this is like to commemorate my trip to Texas to learn from Julio. You know, this model is really special for me because I really connected with Julio, and I really feel like connecting with a teacher is. Oh, you know what? I just found it! Yay! Look at that! I'm such a space case. Found his other sword. And this would all be metallic metal as well. That's his what is it called? Saber? Not saber. I don't remember. Anyway, put that away. So that is one of them. We've got 3 more to go. 3 more to go. You are not surprised. Yeah, because he's so pretty. Sub-assemblies are the way to go, but you have to be very aware of lighting or you get some weird lighting on different parts. I agree, almost Zab. You've derped up a few times here and there. Yeah. I agree with sub-assemblies, and I've been doing more of it lately. It's just because I can be kind of impatient with things sometimes. I like to just get everything, all the lighting fixed in there first. Now what Julio will do, he will tack everything in, and with like a sticky tack, and then he'll prime it with the zenithal lighting, and then he'll paint it. All right, this is another historical miniature, which I love, because I'm not a big fan of historical minis for the most part, because they usually glorify war of some kind. This one is not necessarily glorifying war. Look at him. He's from the Platinum series. And what does it say? What is his name? US Marshal, 1883. He's like a Wild West sheriff marshal, and he's really gorgeous. The colors are just so subdued and beautiful. I love the 1800s. It's one of my favorite time periods. All right, I'm going to show you what that model looks like, because he's a metal model. If I can find out if Julio is doing European classes in English. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think he was at the time. Oh no, he's not metal. He is not metal at all. He doesn't have very many pieces though, so he will not take long to build. Wyatt Earp? Is he Wyatt Earp? It just says US Marshal, so I guess it could be Wyatt Earp. Look at how beautiful he is. He has no butt. Why does he have no butt? It's not fair. Even Aruka, well, not quite, but some of the other female models in this, hold on. Let me show you this one. This is Jessica, and I understand she's sort of a pin-up, but she has a butt. Why can't he have a butt? I know they know how to sculpt them, because they do them all the time on women. I think. Look at that. Just her pants are tight as heck. We need more cowboys in tight pants. That's all I'm saying. No butt from riding horses everywhere? I disagree. I think that would actually mean that you'd have more of a butt, but that's fine. I see a little scar from the there we go. Oh, you know why I love this? I'm gonna get all emotional, but my dad, he always used to wear, we're from Colorado, and he always used to wear cowboy hats and boots, and he used to wear a mustache like this too. So I think that may be why I got him. That's why I'm a Broncos fan too, because of Colorado. I'm a 5th generation Colorado native. Get bash. Wyatt Earp used a pistol and a shotgun, not a rifle. So yeah, that's definitely a rifle, right? But this is just generic US Marshal from the time period. Alright, where's my little sandpapers? Back to my hat. Definitely Hank Hill syndrome. Absolutely. You got a Scale 75 medieval knight just trying to pluck up the courage to paint it. Yeah, I mean, once you do one, like I felt the same way. When I first started painting Scale 75 models, I was scared because I'd never painted something so big. But once you do one and you realize the bigger ones are actually easier in a way. They just are lit differently. Even Mushroom Monster, exactly, Mushroom Monster had a booty. That's why I like him. Okay, that's smooth enough. That's gonna prime just fine. Let's glue that on with super glue. I like to put super glue down into the recesses rather than put it on top like that. That way, oh, that's, need more super glue. I think you could sculpt a butt for him. Maybe I should. I have a Han Solo figure from Night Models. Did you know that Night Models did some Star Wars figures? I have a Han Solo, and guess what? He has the flattest butt ever. And I just was like, all right, what is it with the sculptors not wanting to sculpt a guy's butt? They have them too. If you like Western miniatures, you should check out Andrea. Oh, I didn't know they had that. You know, I have an Andrea miniature in my thing over here. It's the one, it's the After the War. Oops, there he goes. Look at how awesome. I'm scared that's going to break off his little cigarette. Go to Calgary, you'd be happy. Is there a lot of cowboy boots and minis? Or cowboy boots and hats? What sort of applicator? So I got these from the Albion Alloys. That was the company that sent me a whole bunch of sandpapers and filing tools and stuff. And you can buy these in packs. You can get them at places like Hobbytown and other places that, you know, do, where's my gun? There we go. Do more of the train modeling, that kind of thing. All right, I'm holding this on. Yeah, it's not a Q-tip, because Q-tip has all kinds of, see, it's just got, it's like a little stick with a little fuzz on the end of it. And I don't know what this little groove here is for, but it has a little groove. Maybe so you can, I don't know, grip it. I don't know. There's a green one. This is shaped completely differently. I'll get out the name of the company in a second here. I'm pretty sure it's called Albion Alloys. Uh-oh, he has a gun. Where'd it go? There was a gun. Oh man, am I losing pieces all over the place again? I'm a mess. It's a good thing I'm building these now, right? Make sure you have the hat in the right direction. It is in the right direction. Thank you. There's a figure in the series called Courage, which is essentially a John Wayne. Okay. That looks good. I love it. He needs a gun. Where'd it go? I'll have to check. Oh, I hear it. Yay, it's the bottom of the box. Theon Aeon is following. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. We're building a US Marshal right now. He's awesome. Look at this. I don't even have to do anything with the base because I can put this right on a plinth and it'll look fantastic. That's what one of the things I like about Scale75 minis is that sometimes you don't need to do anything with the basing. All about the figure. Alright, this goes in here. Yay. Put that on there. Let's see what he looks like in comparison, size-wise. He's a lot smaller. She would kick his butt, and she would kick his butt, his non-existent butt. And she would, no, we're not going to put her hand there. I'm being really silly. I'm cheeky. There we go. So I think I will not glue these together because I want to be able to create shadows and everything on this. But that's how he's going to look once he's put together. Lovely mini. And I definitely already cleaned him up. He had a few mold lines, but it came right off. Make sure I got everything smoothed out. You can see a few spots where they were, but cleaned up really good. Albion Allies. She is an orc, that is true. Alright, so he is done. I'm gonna have all of these primed. before Adepticon and hopefully maybe get some of them done by then. That'd be awesome. I'd love to be able to enter multiple categories. There's people who come to Adepticon and they've got like one in fantasy and one in historical and one in, you know, diorama and blah blah blah, and I usually barely got one done. Alright, so this is Jessica. We showed you her butt earlier. Jessica Thunderhawk. She's an iconic Scale75 model. Look at how beautiful. She is like a steampunk goddess with the eagle. I don't know what she is, but she's really beautiful. I told Julio, I said, Julio, you did too good of a job on the box art, because basically, what else are you gonna do here? That's perfect. What would you do different? So he said, actually, if that's what you think, then I did it wrong. Because you don't want to make something so good that nobody wants to paint it because it's perfect the way it is. Because you want to be able to give room for inspiration. So she's got a steampunk, like clockwork eagle on her arm. I love her. She's always been one of my favorite Scale75 minis. I think you mean Albion Hobbies, which are linked to Albion Allies. Yes. But the modeling stuff doesn't show up in Albion Allies website. Okay, so then try the hobby side. Maybe that'll be what you need. So this definitely needs some sandpaper here. You want her someday? Get 15% off. Shoshie's Minis, Shoshie rocks. So this sandpaper works really, really well on the metal. I mean, it's just smoothing down really nicely. I can see where there's like little file marks are just disappearing. I have another, where'd my other piece of sandpaper go? Here it is. Smooth like butter. You have the bust version? Oh, that would be nice. I've got a couple people who are thinking about having me paint some of the busts from the Kickstarter. The naughty... Oh, do you guys see that mold line in between? This is where you want to get in there. Let me find... This is my favorite file. It's flat on one side. It's kind of rounded on the other side. And it's perfect for getting into little spots like this. Sanding off that mold line in between your legs. You have a guide with the box art, but change it to make it yours. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. This, I don't think mine came with a guide, but there are some online though, and there is a book that you can get with all the painting tutorials in it, I think. Okay, make sure I get this side of the mold line as well. And I have a stick. This came from the same company. It has basically sandpaper on the side of it. And it's good for getting into areas. Larger scales are fun. Adam Warlock, thank you for the subscription. Welcome and thank you. Adam, we're going to be having a few subscriber-only giveaways at the Twitch party, but we're also going to be having lots and lots of regular giveaways for everybody at the Twitch party, but you just have to have some chat currency. So everybody who's in this chat is currently earning currency, which you'll be able to spend at the partnership party. And we decided to have that February 23rd on Friday, and it's going to start at our normal stream time and probably go an extra 2 hours. That way Mike can come home for half of it too. Oh, there we go. That's her legs and her booty. I'm going to get out the other pieces, the other parts and parts. That's her torso. And that's her head. And so since this is metal, this is going to be a lot more interesting to put together. Here's her base. A lot more work's gonna go into her. So let's see. I think I started working on the mold line on here, but didn't finish it. They don't sell their stuff directly. They are the manufacturers. That's true. Hobbytown in the US sells it. I think you can get a lot of their stuff on Amazon. They do have a catalog. But yeah, I agree. They're a really great company. I've been definitely ordering more stuff from them since I got that Flexi file, and I really don't know where it is right now, but the Flexi file is awesome. Polish, polish. When is this? The Twitch party? The Twitch party is going to be February 23rd. Diaquelo. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for following. Partnership party, February 23rd. Same time as this stream, and probably gonna go a little bit later into like the 4 o'clock time zone. Well, past 4:30. All right, let's see how this fits together. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sound like I'm Canadian now. Look at this body. She's so cute. She's so sexy. All right. Where is my super glue? Are those plastic back sandpapers you're using from FlexiFile? No, these are from Testers. Where's the packaging? I think I threw it on the floor. I did. Woo! Testers hobby sanding films, but I think that Albion has it, and it has 150 grit, 280, 320, 400, and 600, and they have the exact same films with Albion hobbies as well. Okay. Woo! The super glue is making my nose tickle. Yeah, sneeze. Pardon me. Green was for, that was right. Blue was for, oh man, I just got super glue on my sandpaper. Ooh, I'm gonna set that aside so I don't stick myself to it. Okay. Blue is for super glue. Oh, something else with metal you want to do. You want to rough up all the surfaces so they have something nice to grip to when you do go ahead. So that is okay to have nice and rough. Does the sanding grade get finer as the number goes up? That's, the sanding grade gets finer as the number goes up. So the higher the number, the more fine it is, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody correct me. There we go. Since I got super glue everywhere, I need to put more out. And I found, and this is interesting, I didn't realize this, but a thinner layer of super glue actually works better. We're going to rough this up also. Both sides. See, this is a little area that's going to lock in. Hopefully I can file that before the super glue in here cures. There we go. There's going to be a gap, and then we're going to fill it with the Bondic. Up to 600 grit has less grit over an area than 800. All the hobby towns closed in your area. Oh, there's a good store. So where are you if they closed? Are you in Texas? Because I heard that a bunch were going to be closing. That's a shame. You know who else closed or is closing is Hobby Hobby Co, which is a I'm gonna put some Bondic on this paper here. Hobby Co. They're a local town here, or they're local to me. Okay. Push that into the seams here. I push it in, and then because it doesn't cure and it doesn't stick to anything until you actually put light on it. There we go. You can wipe it off where it's got too much. Right, I think that's all I'm gonna apply. Now, where's my light? Woodworking sandpaper, yes. Why do I prefer super glue to a two-part epoxy when gluing metals? Probably just because I'm lazy. That's the truth. And I feel like it's easier to control. I'm gonna make less mistakes and it gets the job done. I have two-part epoxy and I do use it sometimes, but in general, I'm gonna use super glue to get the job done. Oops. All right, more Bondic. Bondic is life. Put a little bit and then wipe it down. It's okay for there to be a little bit of a gap because we don't want it to seem like her belt is welded to her skin. Did I just lose my light? There it is. 1, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. You're in Pennsylvania? Because one of the guy who owns Scale75 US actually owned a lot of the hobby towns, and so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with the company, but he's focusing. He didn't get out because of the company though. He got out because he wanted to focus on being a parent and, you know, raising his girls. So he's a fantastic father. All right, so she's bonded. So that's the other thing. We don't just use super glue. We use Bondic as well, and that welds the two pieces together and reinforces the super glue that's already there. She's heavy. My goodness. All right, let's do this eagle. He's kind of crazy. He was a little bit of a pain to try to sand out. And I think what I may do, do I have some needle nose pliers here? I don't have any handy. If I was actually going to, I would probably try to shape a couple of these up so it looks like there's like a little wind going through the feathers, because they're very stiff right now. That's okay. Lazy Shoshie, why does it not surprise me? Yeah, I'm self-admittedly extremely impatient and extremely lazy. And the people who do like go over and above and beyond with some of the competition stuff, I don't know how they do it. I have really a hard time working on a piece for more than 2 weeks. It's very, very hard. But I managed to be working on the monk from Model Land IT. And he's the longest I've probably ever worked on a single project. Okay, so he looks good. I need to look real carefully for any mold lines. Glasses off. Okay. Can't see it unless you look close, but down here on the feathers they need a lot of cleaning up. Yeah, that's much better. In between all these was probably quite a lot of flash. See how the The wings are curled up a little bit. I really like that, and I want to do that a little bit with the tail. I'm going to rough up all this area right here. So that it sticks. Okay. Boom. We're going to super glue, and I'm going to look at chat. The monk, do I have pictures of that? I have some pictures are up on my Instagram at Shoshie's Minis. So I don't have too many pictures just yet. But I will be posting more as I get more worked on him. Right? Because I want to be able to show the process and stuff of how I went through and worked on him. Okay, I gotta hold that. You have this model assembled and primed. The eagle was a pain in the butt, was it? Yeah, I might keep the eagle separate from her just so that he has time to cure. I'm definitely going to use some Bondic on this part though. Right over here. There's a nice gap. Modal, did you get the package yet? It should have gotten to you like yesterday. I sent he won one of the miniatures from Scale75, the chibis. Bondic. It's funny, this Bondic is curing a little bit just under my lamps here. So I think I'm going to keep it in the tube because I'm wasting a lot of product. Let's do that. There we go. That's better. So I guess most lights, maybe any light can cure it. I'm not sure. Does daylight bulbs have UV? I guess it would, wouldn't it? You should pin those wings. We're gonna Bondic it. Seems like you've been working on that monk forever. It has been forever. It's been a year. I started him for the last... Bottom wings do need it. Yeah, they do. The last time I worked on this, the monk was, I mean, I started him in last October. Not this past October, but the October before that. Got it the day after you mailed it. I told you might have. A lot has happened. Okay, so that's very strong. That Bondic is extremely strong. So I don't think it's going to need a pin. Now, back here is some really rough metal. I might have to get my X-Acto here. Can you guys see this? There's like a big, ugly line. We'll have to sand some of that down. Let's use this. That's better. There we go. Hey, Binghamton, how's it going? Bondic is life, it is. We may not get this to a completely happy place. This one may not end up being a competition piece. Can you imagine? So there's guys who work at these miniature companies, right? Like Julio and like Angel Hirales. And literally, they can walk in to the company that they're working for and pick out the best sculpts that they need. They don't have to slave over stuff like we do. Or maybe they do, but they don't have to work quite as hard. Yes, Bondic is sandable. It is sandable. It is fileable. You can carve into it. It's really, really multi-purpose. So there is a mold line right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it such a way that it looks like it's supposed to be there. So I'll hide it with paint. And you can do that. Next. I see some mold lines on the sides of the feathers. That's something a judge is definitely going to see if I ever enter this, so take care of that now. Here's my little flat. This one's flat. It is sandable, and I believe, I've never tried it, but it says on the package that you can use it in low voltage electronics, as far as like you can use it as a weld for low voltage electronics, which is kind of cool if you do any kind of Arduino stuff. Like I bet you could use it for lighting, like those little tiny LED lights. It seems like something that would be good for Bondic. Alright, make sure to rough up all of this. Some super glue. Oh, I keep getting super glue all over the sandpaper that I've been cutting out. Any luck on getting sponsorship from Bondic? I wrote to them on the Kickstarter, and I've not heard anything back. But I know that they've been crazy busy, so no word back. But I have not gotten ahead and written them a letter. I did, however, I did tweet at Kingdom Death. How's that supposed to go in there? There we go. I tweeted at Kingdom Death to ask them if they wanted to sponsor the partnership party. I haven't heard anything back, and I'm not expecting to, because I mean it's very difficult to get a hold of Adam. He's really busy. But you never know. It would be really cool if we could get Kingdom Death to sponsor it. So, you guys know how much I paint Kingdom Death. So I figured I will ask. Something that we do is we support Kingdom Death a lot, and maybe they will see my tweet. Maybe you guys can go on Twitter and retweet my tweet and get his attention. Hint, hint, hint. Right? Oh yeah, we'll be washing it. We'll be washing it and giving it a little soap. Get all the mold release off of it. Badger is the only primer that matters at all. And that is 100% true. That's the only primer that I use. Alright, that's done. Now the other side. A Dragon Silver is following. Thank you, Dragon Silver. Welcome to the channel. We're just building and chatting and having a good time. We do build streams every now and then. It's been a while though since we had one. So there we go. Put that aside. Let that continue to cure. Look at her gorgeous face. She's so gorgeous. Okay. Now, I need to look closely. There's a little tiny pock mark in the sculpt on her glasses, so that's what Bondic is really nice for filling that kind of stuff. Make it even. Bondic. Don't forget to add your new sponsor to the sponsorship section on Twitch. My new sponsor, actually I need to talk about that. So I don't know if this is the sponsor you're talking about, Amberden, but one of my new sponsors is Anyways Designs. Dizitex, thanks for the follow. Welcome. There we go. That's it. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway Designs, who made my paint racks, is sponsoring us. So we will be putting that on there soon, very soon. Look at her gorgeous face. She's looking over her shoulder. And I believe there is a... maybe not. Okay. This one, I want to make sure the super glue is fresh. This one may need pinning. I'm going to try without and see what happens, but any hints or pointers on priming? Use Stynal Res. That's my #1 hint. I airbrush prime, but you can brush prime Stynal Res. And then I usually will... oh no, that's not going to work. Come on. Okay, she's going to need pinned. Where is my paper towel? I'm going to wipe out the super glue while we try to pin. There we go. Alright, I've got a drill bit ready to go. We need a different drill bit though. Yeah, Badger Stynal Res. I don't know how easy to get in the UK, but you can get it on Amazon. Lacquer primer is nice. It's dry. The problem with lacquer primer that I've had is that, like testers or whatever, is it can make the paint slide right off if you're not careful. Is that the right size? This is my wire. I'm going to use brass wire. It is... doesn't say what gauge it is. It's pretty big though. We're going to clip off a piece with my wire cutters. There we go. Straighten it out a little bit. Since we're just using it to pin, I like to try to match up. That looks too small. Which glitched so you couldn't get the primer name. Stynal Res. STYNYLREZ. Like no nouns. There we go. That's better. We'll use this drill bit. Just happy you finished trying up for Dachio again. You're really happy with how it turned out. Yeah, be careful how much you thin it. Also, you know, you can use a little ink to try to... hold on a second, I gotta make sure I get the right... there we go. That's it. Get the right consistency of ink too, because it needs to be fairly thin. Okay, that's gonna work. This on top. Top left corner of the package, 16 gauge. Okay, so I don't have anything written on this drill bit, but I think it'll fit really well with it. Is it going on? No, it's not going on. I'm twisting the wrong way. There we go. Whoops. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to start. This is a trick somebody taught me with the Warhammer models, is you make an X. This is if you're drilling out gun barrels. Make an X on the end of it, so you've got your centerpiece right there. And you can actually take your, this is actually something they told me, take your X-Acto and just twist it around in the middle there. It's almost like a little bit of a pre-drill. And then you can take your drill bit. Why do I only airbrush to prime? Because I can get a lot done in a very short time, and because I use Stynal Res, it's meant for the airbrush. I hear rumors that MIG one-shot primer is secretly Stynal Res. Oh, I don't know about that. If you put the rod in the pin vise, it gets a good match. Oh, That's a really good idea. I had not ever thought of that. Nixon, thank you. If one of my mods can give Nixon Minis 5 points, I would really, that was really good advice. Uh-oh. Don't get stuck. Might need to file that a little bit. And we'll take there's a round one in here too. We can put that in here. Get all the little pieces out. It doesn't want to move. There we go. If you put, the primer seems to come in a wide variety of colors. That's the other nice thing about it, is if you do, oh, it does not want to move. There we go. There we go. There was like a piece of metal stuck in there and that was clogging up the drill bit. It comes in silver and brown, and I actually use the green stynel res to do a lot of my skin base coating. Very handy. Ah. There we go. Gotta twist it a little bit. Make sure I don't blow out her neck. Alright, I think that might be good enough. And then we'll stick the file in here just to get the last chunks out. Where did my rod go? Here we go. Brass rod is very strong. That's not going to fit in there all the way. The primer says what I use is made by Badger. Yes. And you can buy it on Amazon, and you can brush it on. And one of the other reasons why I use it over the other ones is it goes on like a dream. Especially the white. If you've ever used white primer through an airbrush, it will sputter and spray and splatter and speckle, and stynel res does not do that. It's amazing. I've heard good things about Vallejo Mecha primer. I've heard lots of good things about the Mecha line in general. It just went down into the... Let's try this again. There we go. This is one job where having larger hands is a benefit, to be able to tighten and loosen things. There we go. Alright, I think I got most of that metal out now. Give it a spin. Alright, let's try this now. Nope. There we go. Doo-doo. Okay. Thank you, Artivolve, and I will gift you 5 points as well, and then to get your points back up. Super glue. Put the pin in here. There we go. And then I always take the paper towel to get the extra super glue off. Badger just announced they're doing metallics now under the name Metalsmith. Oh, interesting. I know that they had some metallics. I knew that. We're going to make this relatively short pin right there. And I don't know if you guys do this. This is a little overkill, but it just take a little bit, just a little bit of sandpaper just to sand that a little flatter. Because when it's pinched, it's just, I feel like it's not. Ooh, metal filings. Alright, now her neck. So we're gonna, here's another trick I want to show you guys. Take a dot of white paint, put it on the end of your, somebody, a Warhammer player taught me this. Take the pin, you're gonna put this right there. Now make sure you got enough paint on the actual, there we go. There we go. So see where we made the dot? And then I can wipe off excess paint. Gotta let that dry. Badger is an airbrush company, not a miniature company, trying to thin their paints to work through an airbrush. That's true. That is true. But I know that the owner of Badger is really in tune with the miniature hobby people. And so he's constantly trying to come up with new stuff for us. What is the benefit for using green primer for flesh? You don't have to paint it. So it's like one less. Remember how I said I was lazy, but I'm also a commission painter, so time is money, right? So if I have to prime it and then put green paint on it, I'm skipping a step when I just prime in green, because it is green primer. And it works as that's the nice thing about those colored primers, is they work. They are paint. You know, they just stick to the model more, but they are paint, and you can use them as a base coat. In fact, I highly recommend, if you are doing large amounts of models, especially large models, get their brown, they have a metal primer, and get those and try doing a model that with a base coat of their primer, and then just wash it and dry brush it, and boom, you're going to have a lot of it done in a very short amount of time, in a very tabletop ready way. Tips by Shoshie. You have a love-hate with Badger miniature. Minotaur. Yeah, I have used Minotaur, and they work okay. They're just not my favorite paints for miniatures. I think it's just that I have so many paints. I didn't really have the time to get into the Minotaur line too much. But I know people who that's all they use. Yeah, Stynylrez is amazing. It's literally all I use for primers now. Right. We had to work on her neck a little bit, and it looks like I still need to work on her neck a little bit, so we're going to file. Filing. Now that we've got a pin, we don't need to have this thing in the middle here so rounded. I want this to fit kind of snug, and I don't know if it's going to. So what did you guys do over the weekend? Did you do anything fun? Did I tell you I saw the movie The Shape of Water? I don't know if I liked it. I still haven't made up my mind. I'm not a big Guillermo del Toro fan. He doesn't do it for me most times. Flip a little bit more of this off. These are the awesome GW clippers. These are the Cadillac of clippers here. See that? It just snaps right down. Yes. Won't go back to rattle can, exactly. That's how I was, Flick. I was like, oh my gosh, I found the only primer I ever need. Alright. That looks good to me. What do you guys think? Maybe just a little Bondic around her neck, and then that's it? She's so cute. Look at how S-curvy she is. It's like, there's a name for it in design. It's called the golden, not the golden line, the line of beauty is an S curve, and they've made that her whole body like that. super glue. There we go. And we will bondic it. Quick, since you were thinking on it, how much will your con classes run? So the two painting classes are $20 each. They might tack on a little, you know, con fee or whatever. Like it's $22 for Gen Con and for Adepticon, I think. And the basing class is more like 25, so it'll be like 27 or something after the handling. I guess it's like a maintenance fee or something. I'm not sure how they classify it. Ooh, don't get that on her face. Bondic, not on the face. Alright, we're gonna glue that. Do you guys like that? That Bondic is life? We need an alert for that. You should try the God Hand Clippers. You have to tell me about these God Hand Clippers. What are they? Alright, so this is the point where if, in case it shrank a little, I go get some more Bondic on this. Where is my Bondic? Smooth it out nice. I want that filled. Nick's such a great filler. Apart from the green, which other primers do you recommend? There is a skin tone one. There's one that's just pink. It's almost like pink, but it's like peach. But I like that one too. I used that one on Salamanca, and then instead of using the green bit, because she was supposed to be more anime and more plasticky, kind of cutesy, cartoony looking. But she came out amazing, and all I did was use that primer, and then I took Reikland Flesh Shade and I put it in all the crevices. I didn't completely wash it over her face, but I put it in the crevices, and that came out amazing. That came out really beautiful. Alright, I see a little something over there. There we go. Alright, that's reinforced, pinned. Her head is not going anywhere. God Hand are what the Gundam people use. Oh, okay. Japanese clippers made a clipper that almost does not leave marks on plastic. Wow. I'll take a look at that. You know, you guys, as much as I sell you guys stuff that is good for hobbying, I buy a ton of stuff. So I will take a look into this. Oh, there's a tiny mold line on the end of here. Make sure that's not there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. This arm goes down here. Wondering if I should pin that as well. I'm going to try to get away without pinning it and see if it works. If it doesn't, we'll pin it. Oh, that fits in there good. You guys remember I did the Scale75, she was the vampire chick. Remember that? Okay, so this is the tricky part. These legs, they kind of need... Okay, so yeah, that... I think what I'll do is I'm going to glue this to the bird. That's going to be very tricky. More super glue. Put some on the inside there. And then we'll definitely have to Bondic this because I know that this is going to be a weak spot. That. This might be a spot I'll have to sub-assemble for sure. I can already tell it's a little bit. I'm going to just let it sit for a minute because I don't want to mess with that too much. Put these two little guns on. Who knew that Jessica was going to eat up most of my time? I thought I was going to be able to do this. Okay. Ooh, wrong one. I got super glue on the end of my finger and it feels so weird. The applicators that I use, you might see them in stores as detail or fine detail applicators. Oh, thank you. In everything. Yes, yes. Shoshie is lazy. The people who do pin everything, I commend you. I commend your patience. Oh, see, we do need to pin it. Steve is right. Shoshie's wrong. Put a pin in it. That's way too big a... Now I need to find another brass rod. See, that's the other reason why I'm lazy. Because I'm not very good at figuring out what sizes that are going to work with which blades. Here we go. Let's use a paper clip. These paper clips are thinner by a little bit. Have you guys ever pinned with paper clips? They're actually really not bad. They're pretty strong too. Okay, so we're going to pin with the paper clip. That means we need to figure out which of these is the right size. I think this one's going to work. That's kind of, I just eyeball it. That looks about right. Might need to get a different drill bit head here. Might be too small, too big. Nope, that's working. You're messing with your husband about Bondic, and he's like, you don't have to sell me on it. All you had to say was it will help with my minis. That's awesome. It was a game changer. Bondic is a game changer. I got it at the drugstore at CVS, and then I found out you could get it on Amazon, and I started telling people about it because I was like, this is it, guys, get it. Oh, I don't want to slip. Might be too big. I might blow this out. This is why I don't like pinning. Maybe we need to... So have you ever heard of pilot hole? We'll make a pilot hole. That means we make a smaller hole. This is so... This is me complaining about pinning. It's like, if I have to make a pilot hole, then what's the point? It's taking extra time. We'll make a pilot hole and we'll pin it the right way. Your game changer has been a wet palette. Nice. And filling tiny gaps. That part had me. So for me, I also found out from Deacon in the North. He told me that you could take like some putty or something. Like let's say pretend this is like silly putty or something like that, and you can press a mini into it. Let's see if it'll work with this. Okay, so I pressed my bit into the putty And then let's see what happens when I fill it with Bondic. I'm gonna use a lot of material. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Now I can cure it. Where's my cure? 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I'm gonna go a little longer because we put so much material in it. Let's see what happens. Holy crap. Look at that. We just cast. Now, this obviously was not the right kind of putty to use. But we just cast a little bit, basically, right there. A little gun-shaped bit. Use silly putty. It's not going to stick like the sticky tack. Don't use sticky tack like I just used. There we go. Cured Bondic bit. How cool is that? Did that just sell you? I need to do that with, hold on. I'm gonna run upstairs and get silly putty. I'll be right back because I want to do this again for you guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry that took so long. Found my silly putty, and look at this. I found, this is a claw from the Lion Knight. We're gonna cast our own little claw. Now, I'm gonna put a caveat out there. Do not recast. Recasting is terrible. But let's say you need an extra little claw for something. I don't see a problem with that. All right, we need to warm up this silly putty. Doesn't stop you from buying more. You have a wardrobe full of kits. Awesome. I didn't make, it's not exactly a recast, Lamunis. Hold on. This will be a recast. But it's only half of one, right? Let's see what happens. And obviously, it's not going to be perfect. Now, I know that a lot of artists don't mind if you do like 1 or 2 pieces like this, right? What they don't want you to do is cast a whole model, and especially don't sell it. But there's nothing wrong with recasting your own stuff that you own. Just don't sell it. And don't give it, yeah, definitely don't sell it. Don't paint it for other people if, you know, if you're going to be giving it away even. Just use it for personal use. It's the same as if you took a photograph of a painting you bought and then put it in your house. That's okay. Don't ever sell it. Don't ever try to make money off someone's art. That is art theft. I think I need to cure that a little longer. See, it didn't work exactly, but it's close. So, that's pretty cool. You can make some conversions pretty cool that way. Let me see where the other finger is. I wonder if I could get these to go together. So, let's do this. Put this back in here, and then this right next to it, and then put the Bondic in the middle where it was. It's not gonna work. Let's try it though. I can't tell you how many times like I've lost a little piece, and I have one just like it. If I could just make another one, then I wouldn't have, I'd have a whole model kit, right? Look at that. Pretty neat. Let's see, where's the original part? Did I just lose it on my desk? I did. So, that's Bondic is life, guys. Bondic is good for if you lose a piece and you need to make just one more, right? And it's even got all the texturing and stuff on the back of the hand. That's crazy. Okay. But again, oh, here's the original part. Let's compare. Yeah, it's not perfect, and it's clearly just a replacement part, not something that you would actually be able to, well, you might be able to clean up a little bit. Anyway, I am definitely against recast for sale, because that again is art theft. I won't paint recasts for my business, and you know, I get why people do it, but I also, it's like, I once had a friend, we were into the resin ball jointed dolls, and she kept trying to justify to me why she, you know, thought recasting was okay. And I said, here's the thing. Imagine if, you know, somebody from China had copied one of my paintings and was selling them for $10, where I'm selling my prints for $20, right? How is that cool? Now, if somebody from China wanted to copy one of my paintings and put it in their house and not sell it, I don't have an issue with that. That is what art is about. Art is copying, but when you're selling and making money off someone else's art, that is theft. So don't recast, don't buy recasts, don't support recasts, don't support art theft. And hopefully I won't blow this arm out. I'm really hoping. This is supposed to be the pilot pin even, wasn't it? Let me try this one, it's smaller. Yeah, never buy recast. Because here's what happened. So many people started buying recasts in the resin ball joint, and these resin ball jointed dolls were very expensive. But that also made them highly collectible, right? So when the recasters started coming out in force, killed the market. And that means that the real artists who were making these things stopped making them, right? It put them out of business. It sucked. Recasting one little hand for a part for a conversion is not going to put somebody out of business. Copying a whole model and selling it will. Copying parts of a model and selling it will. So don't sell recast bits even. Tiberius Jones, what is that? That's the funniest emote. I've never seen that before. Alright, let me try to get another pin because I think that the paper clip's going to be too small. Here's a small pin. It's about paperclip size, actually. All of my small pins are somewhere else. Let me look in this cup. Aha! There's a good one. That looks about the right size to this drill bit too. Yay! Oh good. Okay, that means I don't have to do too much more work then. Ugh. That puppy, he is the best moat. A straight pin. Oh, it's your come on bruh, don't recast expression. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Will that go in there? Yes, but it's not very deep, so we need to keep drilling. This is why I don't like to pin. And I do pin for other people's models. I have a block when it comes to doing it for myself, because I'm like, all right, I can just fix it if it breaks, right? Hashtag lazy butt. The more you know with Shoshie's Minis. Yeah, that's why we do these, because you get to learn stuff. Okay, I think I'm gonna... still not enough. Ooh. Does anybody have any hints on how to pin faster? Because that's what I need. I've gotten different kinds of... Hold on one second. I want to show you this cool drill I got. Somebody... Look at this. Like... So you hold this and you drill. Let me put the bit in here and I'll show this to you. There we go. Tighten that up. Now, so you just hold on to the bottom here, or you hold on to the, yeah, that's it. So you do this and it drills for you, kind of. But I don't know how to do it, and, oh, there we go, like this. 0, 0, 0. Okay, so this is a lot faster. Man, where was this earlier today? Don't make any jokes. Use a multi-speed Dremel tool. I will blow out some metal in a heartbeat with a Dremel. Hashtag bad craftsmanship. Did that help? Let's see if that helped. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. There we go. So many jokes. No joking. Jan, I think weren't you the one that had this Dremel or this drill bit? I can't do it anymore. The Dremel is life. Yep. Alright, where's my glue? We're just speeding through this. Oh my goodness, is that my... It is 4:30. Alright, let me glue this and then we're going to look for somebody to host and to raid. One more thing here. There we go. Did you guys have fun? Let's give some hype. We had a good time. I had a blast. We learned a lot. We will be back on Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central, which is also GMT -6. And I'm gonna host Hellstorm Wargaming. He is a buddy. And he will be surprised. So we're gonna do Mad Love from Shoshie's Minis when we get to his channel. Make sure that you're all the way in his channel when we do it. Hellstorm Wargaming. There we go. Alright, that's gonna start us. All right, come back and see me on Wednesday. And don't forget to come to the partnership party on February 23rd, 2:30 to 8:30 Central Time. All right, guys. Remember, mad love from Shoshie's Minis.
From up above, and if you like it, give